All right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew episode 1203 on this beautiful Wednesday evening. It is November 19th on this beautiful day of 2025 of our Lord. Do you know people used to say that all the time? Why don't they say that anymore? I don't know. Anyways, it is great to have all of you here on this beautiful Wednesday. We had a great day, as all of you should have had a great day because you know why? Because you are vertical. You are living. You have the awesome privilege of being on the internet, being on this beautiful podcast, whatever you want to call this thing that we do on the nightly, Monday through Thursday for free to get your studying, to get that opportunity to go get your license. What an amazing blessing. What an amazing blessing to have an ability to go rise and raise that level and get to that next one. And we are happy to help you facilitate that any which way we can. My name is Andy. I am the guy that runs the back office over at KonaButterflyz. The one over here looking left, looking right, looking up, looking down, looking everywhere because she's got ADHD is Brandy. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, 65, and her Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know. And tonight we are going to be talking about the first six.
6 in a row?
6 in a row?
Six.
First six in a row. Either way, same thing.
Straight up six.
Why do we call it the first six, Brandy? Because it's the six that you would be doing, right?
It's literally just a 6-question quiz, so there's no funny business.
No funny business. It's just the same ones, no cherry picking, just like you, answering them techniques. And boy, I'm going to tell you this, Brandy, one heck of a, it was one heck of a distraction tonight. The whole house was unglued. We had someone over. Well, we have an uncle who lives with us who just came back from visiting his family. We had a whole story about it. We got high school drama. We got accolades. We got homework going on. We got books being talked about. We got math equations being worked out on a whiteboard. I know it sounds like super nerdy over here because it is. But yeah, that was what's going on. And meanwhile, she's trying to take a quiz, doing the screenshotting, taking it, doing all the things. And I feel like that's a real situation for most of you. A very busy, loud environment, lots of things going on, people getting your attention, people diverting your attention, people having more interesting conversations than what you are trying to concentrate on, which is a securities quiz. And I know that sounds weird for a study prep to say that because, you know, they like to say, oh, this is the best. This is the best stuff ever. Oh, there's nothing more entertaining than taking these securities. Guys, this is, I never lie to any of you. This is boring, right? This is not the most like it's not the most what do you want to say?
Y'all, I teach it, and a lot of it is boring.
Takes a lot of caffeine to get through it. But you know what? You got to get through it.
You do.
And you got to get these licenses. And you got to look at the greater good. You got to look at the bigger picture. You got to say, hey, you know what? I'm willing to suffer for, you know, a short time, unless you're like Brandy and you decide to extend this process a lot longer.
Years.
But you know what? You just got to do what you got to do. You just got to do what you got to do. We were just talking about it the other day. There was an application for a company, and they include like I wouldn't say an essay. It was like a short paragraph, right, of like why you want to work there. Do you know that that is a great way to not have people that you don't want working at your company to work for your company? Because you know why? You have them put in there, you put in there this short passage where they have to write, right? And then guess what? The people go like this. This literally happened. Someone when I was asking them, "Mom, didn't you apply to that job?" And they're like, "Oh no, why not?" Oh, they wanted me to write like a couple paragraphs on why it's important to like or why I want to work here, and I ain't about that.
When in reality, guys, it was probably like 2 sentences you're supposed to write.
Maybe 3 sentences.
Somebody said it was an essay.
That's where we're at. We're at this point where some people can't be bothered to write why they want a job.
Mm-hmm.
I've never felt like I've had to say this, but sometimes we just got to do what you got to do. And if you might not be in the situation where you got to write an essay to get a job, right? But we're in a situation where we got to study to get that next thing. Don't be that person that says, I ain't about trying to study and to try to go get another, you know, level on my business. I'm not trying to go help people invest because I don't want to go take a quiz or exam or study for it.
I ain't got time.
You ain't got time for that. Guys, You got to rise above. That's your competition out there. People who can't be bothered to do anything. You have an you really have an edge over everyone if you can put the consistency and persistency to knock this thing out.
I was gonna say, if you could be bothered by it,
Yeah, if you could be bothered by it,
then you have an advantage over
you
people who
have an
don't.
advantage. Yeah, dude, I guess it's never been easier to take advantage of people who are just flat out can't be bothered. You are going to be those people who can rise above everyone else.
And you want to know what's crazy? This year, more than any other year, I've heard of people being able to schedule an exam like within 2 days. Like usually it's like, oh my gosh, I can't get a date.
Yeah.
Remember this? It was
Yeah.
like I couldn't get a test date for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks.
Not at the end of the year.
Dude, people are like, oh no, I can get an appointment in like 3 days. What? That just tells you how much of an advantage you
It's an
guys have.
unprecedented. Randy hates that word. But it is. Dude, we're at a point right now where people literally, I don't know if it's because they can't or they won't or they just whatever the reasons are, you're at a point where if you actually put the effort in and you stick to this, you have a great advantage over a lot of people right now. A lot of people. A lot of people. Let that be your motivator that you can actually surpass a lot of people. It's like having your own private lane on the highway, right? Better than carpool, better than those toll lanes because there's literally nobody on it.
Your own personal byway.
That's where we're at right now. So I don't know if that excites you. I don't know if that depresses you. I don't know what it does to you, but it should be a positive message to you. It should be positive in the fact that you are on this thing, you are on it, you are trying to get this thing, and the highway couldn't be more open for you to do it. That's awesome. So stick to it. Keep being you. But if you don't have a program and you have been doing the free with us or whatever, and you're not like locked in to get this level up in 2026 and take advantage of it, you should start doing that. You should get into the program. You should really get into that. If you want to be around a community of people who are having those conversations of leveling up, if you want to be in a conversation or a community where we're talking about getting to that next level with the mindset, the mastery, showing you a process on how to pass multiple exams, you have landed in the right spot. It is more than just shoving content at you and saying, go take the quiz. Because let me tell you guys, you learn a little bit here, you learn all of the little bits you need to know so that way you can have a process to pass multiple exams, right? You have a process to pass multiple exams by learning techniques, strategies. You have the process in which you're going to apply it to like learning how to decode these things, these quizzes and all the stuff that Brandy does, right? So and you have accessibility to a Q&A with the teacher. And you have an ability to get in there and have one-on-ones. You can have small group tutoring, all these different things. So if you can't even afford one-on-one tutoring, we have a way for you to like carpool that thing, of split it up amongst other people. We call it small group tutoring. That's what small group tutoring means. You're literally splitting the cost of a tutor with four other people so that way you can have a cost effective way of having that time, to having that time with the teacher. That's what that means. And we have that all available there. Scan the QR code, hit the links, books for sale, SIE 663-2665, that community on the Discord, 951-290-3077. Give a call, give a text, KonaButterflyz@gmail.com. It is your year to get that next level amongst all the people who are not gonna bother.
Yep.
It's your turn. Get it done. Tomorrow we are back on track with the lives. We are going to be having the Q&A power hour. I don't know how Brandy takes those questions. I don't know if she does it live. I don't know if there's a form. I don't know if you can go do that. But Brandy, how do they get those questions to you?
Anyway,
Reach out on the Discord. Email
any,
it.
just
We
look,
have dogs, so don't send a carrier pigeon.
look, there's our contact information plus the Discord, or live, either way. Like, just send it. Yeah.
Patreon. You can message it, I guess.
Yeah. Just any.
And then look at that. We got that carpool of tutoring right there going. Small group tutoring tomorrow, 11 a.m. Those are, I'm just going to say the Pacific Standard Times, 10 a.m. for the Q&A power hour. And then right after that, the small group tutoring. We do have your local listings there. Make sure you check your time zone. for those different sessions. And there you go, right?
Yep.
All right. I think someone just dropped one in there, right? For the drop the question
No,
right in the chat.
no, it wasn't a question.
Oh, okay.
It's clarification from yesterday's conversation.
Got you. We'll talk about that after the brew.
Yeah.
For sure. Great question. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do the 6 in a row. 6 questions in a row. Brandy's going to break them down. A little bit of content, a little bit of technique. What do you want to say about this?
Yeah, what I'm going to show you guys in these questions that are not cherry picked because I leave the number up there at the top. You guys will see that how much I apply the technique, how much I apply my associations, and how much I apply the actual content to get to the right answer. So that's what we do. And I need to talk to my graphic person about some new graphics.
Okay.
For 2026.
Got it.
Okay. That's my graphics person. All right, ready?
Sure.
Okay, let's go. All right, see, so 1 of 6. So I got a margin account, a cash account with a limited power of attorney, cash account, and a cash account with a full power of attorney. Now, normally, look, I'm going to be real with you guys. I really just focused on the limited and the full because to me, those were the most opposite or the most similar, right? If I wanted to run through this, I can go, oh, and then I went like this. This is borrowing.
Yeah, margins on borrowing.
Right. So this is how I kind of the things that you guys are seeing on the screen is what my brain focused on before I saw the question. Right? I should probably go like this so you guys know that I went like this. Like these ones are the similar or the opposite. Right? So when I see something like this, I'm immediately going to look in my question and I'm going to say, is there borrowing involved? Is there third party access? Because that's what power of attorney means. And then what kind of access? Make sense? So, question. Boom, boom. I'm going to use my highlighter, how I scanned it. Da, 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 da. I went like this literally. Customer wishes to open a cash account. So that's gone. And then in his name only and allow a third party. See that? Did you see that? Right. And then it says to make trading decisions, but not. I went, oh,
Oop,
but
you're limited.
Limited. That's literally how I went through here. That's literally how I did it. Boom, 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 boom.
To be honest with you, I saw but not in the question. I saw limited. I disconnected it.
Yeah. I just wanted to show you guys real quick, like the process of elimination and how I was able to cross off A and C to confirm that B and D are the two I should be focusing on.
And also, there wasn't heavy securities knowledge needed for that.
Nah.
That's just simple common sense.
Yeah, exactly.
You got a but not, you're getting limited.
Exactly. But not limited. Boom. Okay.
It applies in everything.
Exactly. So I was like, of course. Of course. I'm like
Keynesian there.
Like so the only thing we'll answer that question in a minute. So when I look at this stuff, exactly, I said, well, this is not a theory.
Nope, that's not a theory.
Right? That's not a theory. Because I mean, even if you guys don't know the difference between all of these, it doesn't say the word theory.
Nope.
But socialism is not a theory. So I was like, okay, now I'm gonna go simple on here. Monetary.
It's gonna be a way of life in New York. Go ahead.
I'm not getting political here.
I'm not.
Anyways, so monetaris looks like money. That's where I'm going to go with. Okay, that's it. And then I said, okay, let me look at the question. And it says, match the following statement to the best expression government should allow. If you guys are Kona members, should allow goes with supply side. And that's where I stopped. And that's where I connected. And that's where I was right.
So this is where it pays to study with Kona because that is in the book, right?
Right.
It's right there. Should allow supply side. That's just our key connection that you just grabbed from the book.
Absolutely.
What do you need to know about supply side? That's it.
Government should allow market forces to determine prices.
That's all you need to know.
Okay. That's it. All right. Number three. Okay, I got cash distribution, participate, cash distribution, deduction. So at first I was like, oh, that's probably it, right? And this is where the distractions really started happening. Andy was watching me and I'm like,
I did.
Right? Okay, so I said advantages of a limited except, and I went, oh, participate in management. How you can't be limited except. So I mean, wait, you can't be limited and participate in the management. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So you can't do that. So that's why the answer was B.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The other ones are major attractions.
Right. Oh, I didn't even think about advantages. Like,
Right.
dude, who wants to manage a business? Anyways, that's supposed to be a joke.
Yes. Got you.
Funny. Funny. All right. So I have large group, and then I have small group, and then I have large group, and then I have small group of investors. And then I said, okay, so what's the other side of this? And it says small sum, small sum. That means small amount. And then large sum, large sum. There's really, I could like try to break these down like this or this or this or this or this, right? But I'm just decided to look at the question and make matches instead of trying to do these two are similar, these two are opposite, right? So I am going to get a third color going or fifth color. I don't even know what color anymore. And it says limited partnerships. Boom, limited. So I know that that has to be a small group of investors, not a large group. Okay. And then this is why the Kona catchphrase, guys, is so important. The thing that we do on Monday nights. This is why this is so important because I'm just word matching. And then it said private placement. So to do private placement, don't you think you probably are needing a lot of money to do something special like that? So no, no. Oops, wait. Sorry. Let me cross out the right things. So I said get rid of the two small sums and keep the large sum. So I circled 2 and D. Boom. Sorry, that took a little bit longer than I wanted.
There's a little bit of shoe leather on that one.
Well, just because my brain I crossed off the wrong things. Boom. All right. So, number 5 of 6 exports, imports, foreign currency, or balance of trade. Now, so I looked at this question and it's a question about balance of payments. So, because it's balance of payments, get out of here. It can't be one of those. And then I was like, well, payments are currency. But man, like, look at these words, guys. Like, we cannot deny balance of, balance of right? And I'm like, okay, what was the largest components of balance of payments? How about the trading? Boom. That's the answer. Boom, 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 boom. I tried not to overthink. The minute I add thinking to this, I'm gonna be wrong. Boom. Seacoast is operating as a member of a selling firm. I mean, selling group. Okay, so I have selling group, and then I have best efforts, firm commitment, firm commitment. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. And so I went to my question. I'm like, why so many words? Why? Okay. So
Tell me why.
so I got they're participating in the underwriting as part of the underwriting along with other broker dealers. The purchase of shares from this new issue will purchase shares of the new issue. Oh my gosh.
Say it slower.
Will purchase shares of the new issue from the issuer and then we'll sell the shares to the public. That tells you that that is a firm commitment.
Yeah, because it's almost like a promise. We
Right.
will do this and this will happen.
Right. So if I was looking at that, I'm like, I picked B.
Right.
That was not the answer,
No.
according to Kaplan.
Right.
Kaplan said the answer was D.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know about that.
I'm not wrong. I actually went back and looked at it. I said, I can't understand why I'm wrong. The answer should be B. But in all fair and honesty, that's what Kaplan said the answer was. So I said, you know what? I'm going to let it go. Because your explanation's not good either, Kaplan. I'm going to let it go. But, anyways, that's the answer. Yeah. No, I did
So
not.
at least you got people that are on your side on that.
Yeah. Syndicate member and a member of a selling group in the real world is literally the same thing. See? It's literally B and D are so similar that it comes down to semantics,
It won't be
and
that
it's
close on the exam.
not going to be like that on the actual exam.
The
So if you pick B or you pick D, you're the right
We
person.
obviously don't have the answers to the exam or how all the questions look or anything, but it is very clear in our experience that the questions are much more clear, or answers are much more clear and more separated. It'll be obvious which one it'll be.
Super obvious.
It won't be that closely.
No, it's literally the difference between tomato and tomato.
Sometimes it just like to be difficult, just to be difficult.
Exactly. Anyway,
Nothing you can do about that.
I did this in 2 minutes and 37
But you know what
seconds.
you can do? You can go ahead and do this. You can go and get yourself a quiz. You can go ahead and break it down in plain, simple language like Brandy does. And if you have a hard time with key connections and keywords and really zeroing in, like that one question that I told you that was in the book, look, guys, sometimes it just helps to have that book where you just see those connections a lot better. Because it's just, it's plain as day. Brandy has put that together to what all you need to know about those certain topics. That's why it takes a lot quicker for people to go through the content when they do it the Kona way, opposed to like going through everything and needing, they think they need to know every single thing. And I tell people all the time, or I say this, or I ask this in front of people all the time. Brandy, how many times did you read that big old Series 7 book before you passed it on the first time?
Oh, not at all.
How many times did you score over 80% on that Series 7 before you took it?
I didn't know.
Never, right? One passing score, I think.
No, on my 65, I got one passing score on a full quiz.
That's it. Did you read that book?
No.
No.
And I took 14 full quizzes.
The way she got the 65 on first attempt, the Series 7, by the way, had a lunch at the time, had a lunch break, mandatory lunch, 30-minute lunch break because it had so many questions. This is pre SIE.
Yeah.
Guys, passed it on the first time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How? You just saw how. Little bit of content, a lot of technique. That's it. And finish with time extra. Guys, don't overcomplicate it. Get into the program, get the system going. Don't prolong the pain and doing it the wrong way. You don't have to go crazy with this stuff. Just make it happen. All right, we're gonna be back to it. Hope to see those Q&A questions from you, or sent to Brandy for that member session tomorrow. It is the Power Hour. You can ask more about her Series 65, her Series 7, and the whole thing if you need to tomorrow and how that happened. Also, we will be back for the Studying Brew tomorrow night. It is the last night of the free for the week as we head into Thanksgiving week next week. I don't think it needs to be said, but we are not going to have the Studying Brew on Thursday of next week on the Thanksgiving, debating even on Wednesday. We will see. But until then, everybody, stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. Keep the positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you all so much for being on. We so super appreciate you. Practice techniques in your quizzes. It will make testing so much easier. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one.